Hello friends, and happy very snowy, very cold Monday in mid-March. Always love a winter snowstorm that comes when you're definitely ready for springtime. This week is conference week for the elementary school that I teach at. So I am going to try and get a lot of work done for our spring art show. Cut mats and a good chunk of all of that prep work done now so that I'm not overwhelmed when spring break comes and when spring break is over. We just had one member of our department move up to a different building. There's gonna be a lot of work to do because she had a lot of knowledge that I feel like helped us to avoid any hiccups and stuff. So I'm just like, I don't know, I'm like nervous moving forward without her, but I'm sure it will be fine. It just makes me sad because I miss her, but it's okay, that's life. I'm happy for her where she's at now. I am trying to come up with my like springtime reading list. Books that I associate with springtime. Start looking forward to the change in seasons. As far as reading goes, Book of Tomes, The Game of Tomes, something like that. That Carolyn and Emmy are doing their book club. The March read is David Copperfield. And I did attempt to read this in college once, but I was like partway through that semester when I dropped my English teaching certificate. Long story short, I was just worried that I wouldn't get to teach art if I was also certified to teach English. I had dropped it, but I still had like all of my Victorian lit books that I had been reading that semester, and I realized that I like really loved classics when I was in that class, so I was bummed to drop it, but also it's fine. Everything worked out, and I still love the book now, so I can read it. I'm moving into my big book era because I am just so tempted to pick up so many really big, dense novels. Yeah, so I am just trying to stay warm amongst all of the snow and slush and cold. Continuing to do clay with some of my classes. So that's exciting. I love doing clay with all of my students. It is always really overwhelming because it's needs to be done in such a short amount of time, sensitive to temperature and the humidity level in the classroom, and I really have no control over how dry or how humid my classroom feels at any given point, but it's winter in Michigan, so everything feels dry. We had a snow day on Friday. My third graders, there were still a couple of kids who hadn't finished their piggy bank project, and I was looking at them today and I was like, oh my god, these are so dry, oh no. It's a messy week. Classroom's going to be a mess during conferences, so that kind of stresses me out. That like did not line up ideally, but it's okay. I also want to start tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. I've been putting it off, but it's just time. Big books that I am trying to decide between. David Copperfield, of course. This is where it's like mood reading, do I, don't I? Because I have been thinking about The Count of Monte Cristo, Anna Karenina. This is one of my big goals this year. Then with my mom, Les Mis, which is like very, very intimidating. And I think we're gonna save this for summer, like when I'm not teaching. I wanna read David Copperfield, but I'm kind of thinking that I wanna read Anna Karenina. I guess I'll let you know what I decide to do. I'm currently reading Cleopatra and Frankenstein, which I am super enjoying. Oh my goodness, you can see my messy living room behind me. How embarrassing. I did not clean up after the baby last night. Like, spring forward time change is just like doing a number on us. He was up so late last night, like so much later than he should have been. And I just could not get him to settle down. So maybe I'll try and clean up a little bit here. You are going to get a slab of clay. And the first thing that you're going to do with it, you are going to use a circle like this. You're not gonna like press it, it's not like a cookie cutter. It'll get stuck if you try to press it down, but you're still using it as a, like a, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like in a moment, you guys are gonna come up this way. You're gonna get a slab and a messy map, and then I'm gonna come up to the table and we're all gonna work together. My classes are continuing their work on their clay projects today. My first graders finished theirs in one day, so that was pretty awesome. Hopefully the kiddos who were gone yesterday will be back today so that I can get them all caught up so that they can go in the kiln at the same time. That would be ideal. My other two classes are still constructing their piggy banks. Tomorrow is a conference day, so between visitors in my classroom, I like to work on art show stuff and like organizing and cleaning for the end of the year. So yeah. Hey guys. It's too loud. So then it's called a pinch pot because the way that you do that is your thumb will go back inside and you're gonna place the sphere in the palm of your opposite hand, and then you're gonna use these 4 fingers to pinch and then rotate and pinch and rotate. Happy Thursday. We are getting there. So, this morning while getting ready, I finished tomorrow. My initial thoughts are a wonderful book, a really beautiful, like, wide scope of a friendship and how that evolves over time and through thick and thin, highs and lows. So, and I really loved that it like valued the pursuit of creative endeavors that impact the masses over like personal romance. I personally always really struggle with romance. I am not a particularly romantic person, so I loved that didn't like saturate this story, because I feel like so often there are books that I really love and I'm getting invested in, and then it like kind of turns into and then they lived happily ever after, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Often in love but never lovers. And I love that. Really enjoyed like the exploration of sexism, especially in the gaming community, because like the gaming world is especially sexist. It's really hard for women. Seeing just how Sadie's journey and Sam's journey, how they differed based on their gender. I mean, I guess I feel like it's like a 4.5 star because I thought it was a fantastic book. But when I give something 5 stars, I want to feel like I am a different person after I finished it. Like something huge has shifted within me. And I didn't quite have that experience. I did think that it was really wonderful. Definitely worth reading, especially if you do enjoy gaming and technology and that kind of thing. It goes over the course of like 30 years. So also seeing like how that evolves and changes their experiences as they grow older is just very cool. If you're a millennial, you'll probably find like a lot of nostalgia in this. Now I am off to see my high schoolers. This is the second to last day of their marking period, but so many of them were like putting finishing touches on their last projects. So I told them if they didn't have it done yesterday, they could submit it to me today as long as they submitted it in class, and I was able to like submit the grade then and there. My littles have basically finished their ceramics projects. This has been a really busy week for me, and today is Topher's birthday. I'll be making some vegan mac and cheese for him because that's kind of his favorite, and I got him, as his birthday gift, I got him tickets to Hadestown. I am excited to give those to him. I'm a little bit nervous because we have seen Hadestown once before, and so I hope that he's still like excited about it. Nervous but excited, and I don't exactly know. I still don't know. It's like today, and I am still not sure how I want to like present it to him because like the tickets are just on my Ticketmaster app. Yeah, so that's what I've got planned for today.